ranking the top 5 episodes of the week. Now, there's been a lot of debates and discussions online on which anime had the best episode last week and the weeks going forward. So I decided, you know what? Let me just make my own video ranking these episodes and what I think is the best to the worst. Anyways, without further ado, please remember to like and subscribe to this video if you guys like this type of content. And let's get right into this shit. Coming in here at last place, I know a lot of people are going to be looking at their screen, going like, well, how did this guy put this last? It's dandadan's episode. Now, I don't have anything against dandadan. I actually had no time to even watch this episode. This is the only reason why it's at last place. Even though it's at last place, I'm guaranteed that it'll be above something else if I really watch this episode. So don't be mad at me, dandadan fans. Next week, you will definitely be higher up on the list. Coming in at number 4, we have Bluelock Season 2, Episode 2. Now, the amount of hating I've seen on this episode online has been absolutely insane. I rated this episode a 6 out of 10. Now, when you just look at clips of it on TikTok and shit like that, you would probably think this is one of the worst episodes ever adapted. And I won't lie, halfway through the episode, I really thought, I was like, wait a minute, nobody's moving. Like, am I even watching an anime right now? Like, this is literally just pictures flip-flopping like a slideshow. Like, I'm not even joking. The animation this episode might have been some of the worst animation I've ever seen in my life. Again, I don't watch shit like 7 Deadly Sins and stuff like that. So this might actually be one of the worst animated episodes I've ever seen, like ever. And that's saying something. Now, this episode does have some positives. Like some of the goals, I won't lie, were actually adapted pretty well. Like Karasu, like I said in my video, his footwork was well done. I feel like if they zoomed out and showed his whole character doing it instead of just his feet, it would have been better. But again, you know what? You can't ask for too much from 8-Bit Studios, bro. They're literally going to do the bare minimum for Bluelock every single time and go 2,000% hard work on slime. So you can't really do anything there. Coming in at number 3, we have the One Piece episode. Now, you guys know me as not the biggest One Piece fan. I'm not really the biggest One Piece fan, but I can acknowledge game when game is game, all right? Listen, this One Piece episode was sick. Seeing Garp's new attack and everything, the animation, the story behind him and Kuzan fighting, it was just all so emotional and so goddamn good. And that's exactly why I like One Piece, bro. The emotional, character-driven moments. I don't like it when they're fighting fodder random villains just to get to the main bad guy at the end. You know what I mean? I like fights like this. And yeah, this was just beautifully animated. Probably the best animated episode of the week. One Piece, I don't know how it's doing it. Literally week after week, dropping some of the most craziest animated episodes, and it's literally a weekly anime. So yeah, this is absolutely insane. Prior to the last option, you guys know I love this series. If you've been supporting the channel for a while, you know that I love Bleach. I constantly reference Bleach throughout my videos. I even start most of my videos with the Espada Sonita sound when I cue in the video. So yeah, bro, Bleach is one of my favorite manga and anime of all time. And just seeing this Bleach episode was fucking amazing, bro. Kubo really went above and beyond with the storytelling of this arc, really changing it from the manga. Because if you guys don't know, this whole Yhwach and Ichigo fight never happened in the manga. The Soul King's name was never revealed in the manga. So, bro, Kubo is acting so much more like depth and lore to the Bleach story than there ever was before. And that's what I really respect about this 1000 Year Blower adaptation. Now, as for the animation of the fight, I really see a lot of people saying it's stiff, saying it's not that good. Now listen, I'm one of the people that agree that when Period Films was established, I was expecting Jujutsu Kaisen level animation. Now, I can give a grain of salt by saying, okay, you know what? Maybe they're just saving that level of animation for the bigger fights and more canon fights of the season. Because why would they waste all their resources on a fight that's not even in the manga? You know what I mean? So yeah, I really feel like maybe Period Films still have a low in the bag, but I'll be lying if I told you I wasn't disappointed with the animation of this episode. I was really expecting some Jujutsu Kaisen level, like crazy, like animation. And don't get me wrong, the animation was still good, but it just wasn't to the caliber that I thought it was going to be, which is exactly why I have it placed at number 2. But I think even with the good animation, it wouldn't pass my number 1. Coming in at number 1, we have Season 3, Episode 2 of ReZero. Now, a lot of people probably do not even watch ReZero who are watching this video. And to those people, I have to say, go watch the best anime ever created right now. All right? Go watch it. Like, literally go to Crunchyroll, open it, go watch episode 1 right now. Now, this episode was perfection from start to finish. Last week's episode ended off on that crazy cliffhanger. This week's episode quite literally went above and beyond with the animation. And as I've been told a lot that this is an action-packed season, so the fact that they went this hard on an episode that's only the second episode of the season, I'm so perplexed. Now, we are faced with this enemy named Sirius, all right? With last week, I was really terrified of Sirius because I was like, bro, like, what is her ability? She literally just killed someone, and the entire crowd ended up dying the same way the person died who fell on the floor. Now, we get revealed this, like, episode that her ability is basically to transfer feelings around from people to people. So she can link herself to a number of different people, and whatever she feels, they feel. Or she can link 2 people and make that guy feel what the other guy feels. Anyways, her power is absolutely crazy, right? So it's really weird for Subaru to be able to beat this type of person alone. So logically, he calls Reinhardt the strongest in the ReZero-verse. He has all these hacks. Her authority doesn't even affect Reinhardt. He ends up defeating her in like 2 seconds. Now, this is the crazy part. After Reinhardt defeats her, he literally kills her. But after killing her, it makes, like, the show shows us that it's not that simple to defeat Sirius with just getting Reinhardt. You actually have to, like, beat her smartly, bro, because there's literally no way that only Reinhardt is just going to come in and beat her because she can link herself to everyone else. And in that timeline, everyone else ends up dying with Sirius. So it ends up being a fail even though we won. It's kind of crazy. Bro, on top of this, the next part of the episode is even crazier because we get Amelia. After that whole arc she went through in Arc 4, last season she went like literally crazy, discovering her past and everything. Bro, she comes back in this season more confident than ever. You can see the character development. And she comes in and just bangs out with Sirius, bro. They're going left, right, going crazy. This is a crazy fight. And then at the end of the fight, Amelia does end up losing, but that's because Sirius had a trick up her sleeve towards the end to distract and beat Amelia for a second. But Amelia doesn't completely get toasted alive because somebody comes in at the last moment to save her. And this is Regulus Corneas, who we've seen also in the first episode of this season. Now that this has all happened, I'm really excited for what's going to happen next because I don't think we've had an arc like this where freaking everyone's been involved and in one spot, like fighting multiple archbishops. If we did, I'm not sure, but there's never been an arc like this where we had this many crazy characters all in the same spot going crazy. So I'm really intrigued to see how this is all going to go down. So yeah, in terms of animation, in terms of storytelling, in terms of character development, I'm going to have to give it to ReZero 100 times out of 100. This was the best episode this week, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think will be your episode ranking this week. And yeah, I hope you guys leave a like and subscribe before you leave the video. And yeah, man, hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.